Hi, Mark Zipp at Crocker Farm Auction. I'm here to discuss a remarkable example of southern stoneware that we'll be selling in our March 25th auction. This face vessel has the earmarks of pieces produced in Edgefield, South Carolina, sometime during the second or third quarter of the 19th century. And what's so interesting about it is the quality of the modeling on it. So you can see that this is a very well-crafted example. In our opinion, this is possibly the best Edgefield face vessel to come to market in the last decade or so. You've got this face that's been manipulated while the clay was still soft, while the piece had just maybe set just a little bit to create the cheekbones of the figure. You have this wide open mouth bearing kaolin teeth that are very deeply carved. You can see just how deep, can you get that, Luke? Just how deeply carved they are, particularly across that horizontal between the two rows of teeth. The eyes are different than a lot of Edgefield examples that you see. They're a little more skillfully done. The lids are actually opened and flat on the surface. We don't have the typical lid applied over the eyeball, concealing part of the eyeball, holding it in place. Instead, these are smaller eyes that they aren't even applied in kaolin either. They're brushed over with kaolin slip. And you can see that on the eyes, that slip is kind of loosely brushed over top. We have large ears, very distinctive of Edgefield style. They really pronounce the ears on a lot of these pieces. With the tragus applied right here and right here. Another highly distinctive Edgefield trait. Most prominent about this figure is its nose. Its nose is very well done. And you can see it has this very narrow bridge. It's pinched all the way down underneath. We have carved nostrils. And while I have it upside down, can you get the base clay there, Luke? We can see it actually has a 100. It's either, yeah, it looks like 100, written in red crayon, and that's crossed out. And I have no idea what that means. Perhaps some early cataloging of a collection it was part of. So one of the major theories about these face vessels is that they were produced by African slaves that arrived on a ship called the Wanderer in 1858 in America, and that they were bringing African traditions to America. This example, the shape of it, the very nice light green glaze, which is also a remarkable feature. A lot of these have darker glazes that may not have a visual appeal. Suggests that this might actually be earlier. This might predate the arrival of the Wanderer slaves. This could be a mid-1840s to sometime in the 1850s piece, which could bring into question the idea that these pieces were made by African slaves bringing African traditions to America. But it's really a remarkable piece. The condition is immaculate, with the exception of a touch mark on the ear that caused a small flake, and I think it has a little tiny, tiny nick on the upper eyelid. The pieces of this quality very rarely come to market. It really stands out among the dozens of Edgefield face vessels that we've seen over the years. Remarkable in sculpting, in glaze, and it's a little bit larger than most that you see as well. So we're very excited to offer this piece. It's a fresh to the market object, collected up in New York State back in the 70s, and it's what we consider one of the best to come to market in the last decade, and certainly the best of 4 that we've offered from this same source in our auctions. We're very excited to offer it on March 25th.